the Townmaster Festival, Tybalt decided to stay behind after giving quite a speech and promising that he won't steal every soul in Fandalin, just a few. Wink, wink. Imperium stayed behind to kind of keep an eye back there after opening a gateway for you all to go to Waterdeep to check on Tybalt's father. And you had also known that there might be a dragon orb there, or at least someone searching for one there. Arriving, you found that the town was mostly, or not even a town, the city, a very big city, was shut down and everyone was sick. You had all seen lots of notes from something called the Doctor saying about eating your rations to stay strong, doctor's orders, and a lot of different drawings of kids and different townsfolk eating these rations and looking like they're growing bigger. When you got there, you decided that you wanted a place to maybe get a drink and maybe find a place to rest, where you went to a house of pleasure, where you soon found that they had attempted to charm you all to maybe spend more time with the person of your choice there.
True candy.
But only one fell for this charm, and he fell in love with a current party member.
That was great.
That's true.
You all requested a refund, but instead he gave you Bugbear's Swollen Sack whiskey, a very fine bottle, in recompense for trying to trick you into spending more money. You all made him drink it first, and he did, and you weren't worried, and you took the bottle, but you're like, you know what, we're not spending our hard-earned coin in an establishment such as this, and you decided to head to the Netherheart Estate, the Netherheart Residence, where you found that it looks like the current occupant had been evicted, only the maid left to keep the place running due to not paying taxes. You all had
Based.
found a letter from Tybalt's father, who I do believe his name is Richard, but no one calls him Dick,
Respect.
saying that he was so excited to be with his son, but his son had been different than he remembered, but also had been smiling at him as he ate and not eating with him, and the maid had told you all that he had been taken to the hospice of the Blessed Maiden. I think that you guys had kind of looked around for other rooms, but that was pretty much where we had left off at the home.
Yeah, we should probably find out where the hospice is.
Oh yeah, I thought we were headed towards the hospice slowly,
I think we were, but I don't know.
That's right,
I don't think
because
we didn't finalize that. I don't think.
because
that works.
I said I feel like I may have said this in real life, or I may not have said it in real life. I don't remember. I drink a lot while we play, but I felt like I remember saying to Felix something about sneaking in and seeing if the hospice is all in order or not, or if they're
I can do that.
nefarious.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Which technically I'm stealthy too, but I'm not nearly as stealthy as you. Mine's only a +3. I
That
lost-
Isn't that great?
I lost my bonus when I stopped being a lizard folk.
My stealth is great.
It
so
was
I'm
like
happy
6
to-
before then.
Mine's okay.
I laughed, I cried, I was worried. Fucking Baz.
Well, I suggest we do not eat the rations. I believe that could be the source of the issue. That
Yeah,
seems quite
certainly.
strange to me.
I
Can
would
any
like
of
to-
us diagnose if there's anything in the rations? Like do some fancy check or
Um,
magic?
I don't know. Have we found any rations? Have we seen any?
Oh, no, we haven't.
Okay.
I have a
Okay,
rash you can look at.
Said that the rations were handed out in all of these squares every
Okay.
morning. But you all had arrived after the rations were handed out.
Did you say that the
Rations-
rations are squares? God, they're
They could
feeding
be.
them tofu. Shit.
Soylent Green.
Gross.
That's why they're all dying.
For the greatest people.
So in the green, it's people. They needed to work on their jingle. All right.
Oh, we
think
also did forget to talk about, you had run into members of the Woke, which is the Waterdeep Organization for Killing Epidemics.
I forgot
Bastards.
about that.
Uh,
Oh, it was so great.
I'm gonna write that down because it's funny. Okay. I think the hospice is on our map, so clearly I think we must have asked where it was.
Yep. The maid had said it was on the corner of the Street of Silks and Keltarn Street.
Got it. All right,
Hi,
Thaddeus.
happy 6 months.
Is there anything else you want to do here?
Happy
before we
6 months,
try to go see your
and
father?
thank you. How are you?
No, I think we should get going.
You all right?
Yes, I'm just a little worried. Is all.
All right. Then let's go. I guess we'll just take the Street of Silver up north, right?
What do you guys call yourself? Long-term friends? That's a little weird.
I mean, we're several long-term friends. I don't know.
It barely won over butt buddies.
Wow,
mean-
taking it far.
Yeah.
Which way would you like to head? Up the Street of Silver to cross over, or would you like to head to the south and go around that
I
way?
think a more direct route would be good. Just heading straight up.
Yeah, and then I guess if anybody wants to do some recon, maybe they can branch off. I don't know. Or they can
Cool.
just circle around back once we go in the front.
You just tell me what you need me to do. I can
Yeah.
lead
Well, if
ahead
you-
and scout, or I can disguise myself and go in.
I would
Or
say
I
if you
can-
see an opening, you should take it.
An opening to what?
Yeah. Be more
You see-
specific.
If you see an opening to explore somewhere where maybe they don't want us to explore, I would
Oh,
take
so,
it.
so absolutely. So perhaps there's a building that looks like they've closed it off or don't want people going in.
Yeah, I think we'll find
Oh.
out a little bit more once we, I think, try to go in.
Okay.
Well,
I
maybe
say we
before that.
split up and walk down every single street till we find something suspicious. Every street.
I don't know if there's going to be visitors hours or whatever. We'll have to see. They may not let us in, so we might have to find our own way in.
Oh, we're getting it.
I'll just come back later then, I guess.
That-
Here, can you hold this for me? All right, now let me go 40 feet this way.
As
I
you're
have- oh, sorry.
continuing to head north here towards the market, you see that the houses are slowly becoming less wealthy. They're more getting almost industrious and more run down as you're crossing over and going further north just slowly. And Thaddeus, you remember as you walked the street almost heading right to the market used to be full of people heading back and forth, doing business, trading, doing all sorts of their just daily life activities, and you maybe pass 2 or 3 people who are holding different cloths in front of their face, some of them coughing and hurriedly going about their business,
Hurriedly.
hastily going about their business.
It's really a shame.
Used to be such a nice town.
Until the woke showed up.
That's when the whores came in.
I'm just
I was
upset.
fine with them at first, but then there were male
Found it
whores.
recently.
I'm sure there were already.
I'm just upset because I have yet to see one drop of water in this town.
I mean, the water, the deep and the water is referring the ocean outside of Waterdeep,
Then it should be
Mr.
it should be
Mr.
the
Lizard
town
Creature.
near the deep water or water deep, not the town of water deep.
Well, humans don't like to use so many words, so we just call it Waterdeep. Is that fair?
That's a beautiful thing.
And as you round the corner to this hospice, you can see what looks to be a line of people waiting to get in. All of them seem to be coughing, kind of hunched over, some of them vomiting on the sides of the street. There's a few guards of Waterdeep outside, kind of all masked and waiting for people to go in. And you see at least 2 people wearing what look to be like plague doctor style masks that say woke right on the forehead, who are kind of examining people as they're letting them pass in. But as they're letting some pass in, you see what looks to be more members of the woke with a cart that's going to be leading it out onto the streets, and it looks to be covered with a cloth, but you can see different bodily fluids kind of leaking through it in different lumps and shapes.
Gross.
Well, that seems like a shitty situation.
The dunce.
Like,
Okay.
how big is this building?
It's only about 2 stories. but it's
So-
about. I can get you the exact measurement of it.
If we were to
Very
put it
detailed.
in the
You're
good.
circumference of fireballs.
It would take a few fireballs, my friend.
And while you're looking at that question, should I disguise
Answer.
myself as a woke member or as a townsfolk to try and infiltrate?
Good
What would
question.
a woke member look like?
Well, I see some of them standing around.
They're all wearing masks.
Well, I think this guy itself also does clothing, so he could just make a mask show up.
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
It's about 145 feet in width and about 120 feet in length.
It's a big building, but it's. I mean, it's a lot of sick people.
That's like 2 fireballs.
That's like 2 fireballs. I would like to quicken spell 2 fireballs.
If only it worked like that.
It doesn't work that good.
It makes me think the average life expectancy here is not high.
Well, actually, people used to live. I guess it depends on your race, really.
I mean, in the hospice.
Oh,
I mean, I understand it's
see.
a hospice, but they're trucking people out by the,
by the cartload?
by the cartload. Yeah.
It's not too soon. It just happened. So we wait in line, or we just kind of try to walk in? Lizard man, what do you want to do?
What is a door but a soon-to-be opening, anyways?
Go in then, my friend.
All right.
I'm fine with
The,
that.
the direct approach.
I'm good with it. What am I going to do? Become
mean,
diseased?
we're-
Ha!
We have a reason to come in. You're here to see your father.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Excuse me.
He
I
goes,
need to see someone, and I'll just walk up to the door. Like I'm skipping everybody.
As you're like walking up to the door, one of the townsfolk in line kind of comes in front of you, holding a looks to be blood-soaked rag in front of his face, and kind of starts hacking violently. Wait,
Whoa, whoa there,
As some,
buddy.
some of the blood kind of splatters on your boots.
I just bought these.
Wait, you turn like everybody else.
I'm not trying to be admitted. I just want to see my father.
I cast prestidigitation. and
Now, thank you, little tiefling man. Now, if you excuse me, I would like to be going through now. And I'll just walk around him.
The guards in front, as long as as well as a member of the woke walks up to you. He's holding a burning incense and kind of whiffs it in your face, and you can smell. Seems to be some kind of sage wafting towards you.
Whew.
Here to visit.
Yes, I need to see Richard Netherheart.
We have to inspect you for
fucking.
the sickness. As he begins walking around you, poking and prodding you in different areas.
Hey, don't touch there. I'm not happy to see you. I promise. That's just my walk.
Every time he does it, he goes, "Oh!" Every time, yeah.
Can you
Thank you for the bits, Candy.
bend over and cough?
I'll shake your hand and maybe we can go from there.
Yikers.
Can you buy me dinner
Say,
first? Buy
How
me
much wood
rations
would a
first.
woodchuck? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if woodchuck could chuck wood without coughing?
I'm not sure.
Which then
as a person, I've already failed.
You're good.
Which then Win turns around and says, I don't know, but the big black bug bled black blood.
All right.
Do you have
Not
to
what
do
we
this?
have, but and we're not asking you either. But I guess you admitted whatever the hell you are.
Oh, that's my friend. I built him when I was 3. Let's go.
I'm still waiting for your answer.
Oh, I didn't hear the question.
It's like 2 quarts an hour.
Thank you, Sin. Appreciate it.
Say,
Guys are popping
how
off
much
today.
wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood without coughing?
How much wood could a
3.
woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
No, why didn't you say so? Go on in.
All right, and I'll go in.
Lapita Peppa.
Everyone in the crowd is outside is just kind of cursing you. And as the door opens, just the smell of sickness and death just invades your nostrils.
Oh,
Yep, this smells like home.
smells like poor people that don't have health
Ooh,
insurance.
yes, it smelled like this since grandfather's funeral.
It's
I
not
don't
Canada,
understand why they
that's for
didn't
sure.
Yeah. Why doesn't? I bet these old people have GoFundmes probably.
This smells oddly like a buffet.
I
That's
don't know what buffets you've been to.
right.
I'm pretty sure he used to eat people.
Oh, that is a lot of people. Holy crap!
Yikers! We're gonna have to purge this town.
It's just like, yeah.
So win,
I,
in.
This is why you had a precise answer to my question. I didn't mean.
I cast prestidigitation and
Doing a purge.
put some Vicks Vapor Rub under my nose.
As you walk in,
That's
you
fair.
see one woman behind a desk, writing in a ledger, who glances up, her face masked, as she says, "Welcome to the Hospice of the Blessed Maiden. How may I assist you today? Are you here for admittance?"
We are here on visiting orders. I need to see Richard Netherheart as soon as possible.
Richard Netherheart. Richard Netherheart. Oh,
Never heard of him?
uh,
It wouldn't
May I ask-
surprise me.
Boo.
why are you visiting?
Well, he's sick, and I'd like to see him.
Well, I've got good news and bad news.
All right. So I'm guessing the bad news is that he's not here.
Nope, that's not the bad news.
Oh no, that's. Go on.
Well, the good news is Richard Netherheart was selected by the doctor for personal treatments.
And what would be the bad news of that?
The bad news is no one is admitted into that quarter until treatment is complete.
Ah, well. Let me ask one more question, and then I'll decide what I need to do. Is there a Tiberius here? Same last name.
Let me check the logs. Visitors. Oh, it does look like there was a Tiberius Netherheart here just a few days ago. He came in to visit as well.
What?
Hmm. Well then.
And
Are
I.
you sure
Oh, damn it!
he
Sorry.
couldn't be persuaded into letting us just walk in for a minute to talk to him?
Hold on a second. Hi, my name's Win, attorney at law. Did you check with our friend's healthcare proxy, which is this gentleman here, direct relative, before admitting him to this type of healthcare? And was he submitted an applicant of data on what this would entail that he would sign off on as okay or not okay?
Oh, well, I don't believe we follow that kind of law here in Waterdeep. This is a free hospice. We do not charge anyone. It is volunteer work only. So we are not required to have all of those kind of confirmations or agreements. None of that. People are free to admit themselves, come in, and we do our best. But unfortunately, with this plague here, we haven't been able to find anything that really assisted them besides making them comfortable before their eventual death.
Mm.
The doctor has been working on different serums, but none of them have been successful so far. But I do have good faith in the man.
Who exactly is the doctor?
Doctor Who, duh.
Ah, none of us know his true name.
This is
He
for
came
you.
to town maybe less than a fortnight ago. Opened up an alchemist shop. And once the plague broke out, he offered assistance with it and has been quite highly valued here at the hospice. He has his own office and everything.
Is the doctor here?
Oh, I'm not sure. He kind of comes and goes as he pleases. If he's not here, I'm sure he's off maybe gathering new ingredients.
Does he travel by himself, or does he usually have a companion of some sort?
Mostly alone.
Is there something we could do to help out at the hospice to maybe get us an opportunity to see Thaddeus's father? I'm sure you're quite undermanned.
We could use some help removing some of the deceased and opening up new beds.
What are we
Why is
doing with
Sam
them?
Neill
Throwing
a
them in the
fucking
river?
bed?
I just saw Sam Neill. What is it like?
Sam Neill.
Stop with the Sam Neill.
I will never stop with the Sam Neill. That one's not my Sam Neill. I don't have
Never
that one.
stop, never stopping.
Is this
Never
like
stop,
a
never stopping.
like a nun? Like is she like a holy person that's doing this?
Yes.
Okay, I was like, how about perhaps a donation may gain us just minor entry to go see his father for a moment.
What kind of donation?
I will walk up and I'll put 50 gold on the counter.
Jesus fuck.
Damn. Big
I'll try-
balls.
I'm gonna steal it back here in a second.
You can give it to him. It's a hospice.
You give her your money then.
I'll give her my money. That's fine.
Make it 100.
What?
Holy fuck a duck.
I can
No,
get in
no.
big trouble for this.
Absolutely, certainly here. And I will stack 100 gold up there.
I will give you 100 to not steal it.
Wait, what is he not stealing? I'm sorry, my wife was talking to
He
me.
wants to steal it back, and I would just prefer that he not.
He's giving a donation to the hospice.
You could just give her colored copper.
I've
I
been
think that might
traveling
work.
with him for a while. I do know. Like, not stupid.
He could easily do it. I don't think that's out of his realm of possibility.
Oh, I know. They're a hospice and they need the money. I don't mind.
Right, give me the 100.
Here you go. That's fine. You're
Do
stealing
not.
it anyway, but that's fine.
Do not speak of this to anyone else. Do not let anyone know.
Know what?
I make the little pick a
Know
lot.
that I allowed you
The nether
into
heart.
the private quarters.
We've never been here.
Yes, I understand.
I wave my hand at her like the droids.
She pulls a key out from her neck and goes up to this curtain. And as she moves it to the side, the smell of death and the sounds of groaning and whimpering just echoes throughout the room. Sister Hilda, just for a second, please. Can you come here? That's not Sister Hilda. That's Brother Hildo. Okay.
Oh,
Wait, is that
That's the
Hildar?
creepy priest from the dream. Oh my god. Whatever his name was. The guy who was like hot to
the
try for
guy that loves boobs?
Yeah.
I like boobs.
He doesn't love boobs.
So the
he
guy-
worships boobs.
Oh.
It's different.
So it's the guy.
My man.
She whispers through the curtain for a second. She says, "All right, Sister Hilda will escort you up there. Again, please, do not bring this up to anyone else. And best of luck with your father. I hope that maybe the doctor has at least eased his pain." Well, come along then. What are you all doing there, standing wide-eyed?
Right, let's go.
Alright, yeah, let's move.
Dude, what the hell?
I don't know.
Does she
I'm
still
trying
does she
to
still
delete
have
them
that
as they
key out?
pop up, but I can't keep up.
What did you say, Felix?
Does she still have that key out?
Looks like she had handed it to the other sister.
Sister Hilda has it? Okay.
Sister.
Great. I would like to keep an eye on that key, because we may need it later.
She begins to lead you out, and you can just hear cries for help, make it stop, people retching. Some look to be unmoving on their cots already, bodily fluids all throughout as different sisters and brothers and guards are going and trying to tend to those that are sick.
Can I
If-
try to get a handle on what the symptoms are as we pass by?
Yeah, make a medicine check.
Also, if they're begging for death, why not give it to them?
That's a good
It's uncustomary. I wouldn't. Most people want at least a chance to be alive. Who is this random mustache man? I feel like he wasn't here before.
Are you telling me you don't get that reference?
I know. I vaguely know who he is.
All of them seem to have coughing and spasming, some worse than others. Lots of drainage of bodily fluids, it looks like, coming from ears, eyes, mouth, and nose.
I'll be right back. I gotta eat my cat's treats. It's time.
No problem.
I'm listening.
Did you just say you ate your cat's
With a
treats?
14, it
Don't judge
does
me.
seem to be some kind of poison, you would think.
I should really stop gasping.
Huh. Tried lesser restoration. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I can't cast lesser restoration on.
I feel like they have tried lesser restoration, my friend.
That's what I would think, right? But I mean, it is a hospice. It's not
I
a
don't- yeah,
temple.
I
What
don't-
kind
I
of
don't think
poison?
there is-
What kind of
Yeah.
poison resists lesser restoration? Try greater
Um,
restoration.
Well, that's a bit ways down the road.
Oh shit.
It would need to be something pretty intense.
And
Or-
did I hear that correct? That like the doctor showed up, then the plague began.
Correct.
The other way around.
Okay.
Oh.
No.
Well.
Yeah.
Shit.
It didn't
Again,
start
I'm
till
pretty
after
sure
the
that's
plague.
Dr. Ned we're talking about.
Yeah. I was just making sure I heard that correct. So
How does no one think that's weird?
well, I do. So
I
maybe
mean,
it's
I mean,
no.
yes, obviously, I mean. I know
Well,
that you-
sometimes it's hard for people to look a savior in the face and not see that he got here and then it started. Some people would rather it have be a coincidence and accept the help.
Well, except he's not saving anyone. You can tell by the screams for the sweet, sweet release of death that I'm hearing in here.
Well, that lady's not screaming much. Oh, she's dead.
He's not really- he's not really-
Did
He seems okay.
you want to try to do something, Bayrick?
He seems okay. No.
I guess if I get an opportunity to ask one of the folks that work here, I want to know if everyone's been eating their rations. Just to kind of clarify that. But yeah, I don't know that there's much. I mean, I could try casting lesser restoration, I guess, if there's one of these folks that are alive, just to see.
And if you ask, I mean, would you like to ask Sister Hilda that?
Sure. Is she back here at the front?
She's right in front of you.
Yeah. I saw that there were lots of notices around town about everybody eating their rations. Is the expectation that the rations are supposed to help stem the tide here of the plague?
The rations were distributed at a time where we weren't getting too many shipments in, and those who didn't have any food stock or any savings were given them at no cost by the city. It does seem that most of the people here have been consuming the rations. We ourselves do not serve them here. We make different soups and such from the sea, but it's hard to come up with that much food all the time, so sometimes we do have to supplement with rations.
Would you happen to know who
So-
are taking advantage of the rations the most? Is it mostly the folks in the poorer areas of town?
Unfortunately, it seems to be those that are less wealthy than others.
But like the rations came about after the sickness. Is that right?
They actually came about before it became widespread. We had a large shortage of food, so those in the town quickly became angry, and there were riots when the rations were started given out by the city, which quelled down the riots, but then the sickness started spreading even worse than before.
Now, approximately how many people are down with the sickness?
They're very
Honestly, at
disturbed
this
about it,
point,
too.
I would say at least half the city is down with some kind of illness.
Do
Once
how-
they once they come down with the sickness, do they stay sick or do they like get up and get down with the sickness?
You motherfucker.
Wow.
That was really good.
Chia, bruh. I mean, they normally kind of just lay there and maybe dance on the ground before they die, bruh.
So, like, when they like come down with the sickness, do you just like let the bodies hit the floor, or
That's drowning
Jesus
pool. That's
God.
a different band.
Well,
We're at it.
sometimes they roll off their cot and hit the floor.
You
So-
do let the bodies hit the floor.
Where are the rations? How
Yeah, but-
how are these rations at this scale able to be produced so quickly?
That is a really, really good question. I'm not sure exactly where they come from, but I do know that the woke are in charge of distribution.
Uh-oh.
So that's
you have-
and
any
Go ahead.
rations here?
We do not have any at the moment, but